Good morning, students. Today, for revision in English, 7th unit, Prose, What's the Language of the Future? Written by Henry Hitchings. Henry Hitchings is a specialist in language and cultural history. He is a critic and he published many works related to language. This extract, one part, is taken from his book The Language Wars. He gives how English language has been existing throughout the time and how it would be in the future. As the world is changing from time to time, it's becoming more urban. Urban is city life. The position of the English in the 21st century has become stronger. English is connected with modernity, work, education, and other fields. It serves as a lingua franca of business. Lingua franca is a link language or connective language, and we call this English as an auxiliary language, auxiliary tongue, that is world's second language. Henry Hitchings gives his views upon the future of English language. He says that in UAE, Arabic and English are in use. This is one mark question also. Arabic is associated with the tradition, home, religion, culture, schools, arts, and sciences. But English is connected with modernity, work, higher education, commerce, economics, science, and even technology. So the people of UAE learn English to cherish, to nurture in different fields. In the history of the propagation to publicize the English language, we see that it has developed in the world because of British colonialism. Colonialism is Britishers occupying the other countries and make colonies of English. There have been industrial revolution, technological developments, and English has been the main supporting language in these fields. Thus, it has been the developed as the world language. The importance of English has been continuing even today. As we all know, to survive and sustain in a society, English is mandatory. Many countries are attached to this language. More than 500 million people learn it and use in their countries. There is a great number of the world population learning English with enthusiasm. The author gives an example to show this trend. Koreans get their tongue of their children operated to enable them to pronounce English clearly. The deeds of rich Koreans shows that they believe linguistic capital equals economic capital. If you are good at English, economic growth will be more. They think that English is useful to flourish all over the country for different fields. He says that there are many challenges for English to be a dominant position as a world language. Spanish and Mandarin Chinese are the two languages which are used as the first language in various nations. It's also one mark question. They are used more than English language. In the Mandarin Chinese area, the majority speakers are more in number, but in spite of that, English has its own prominence in many nations. Henry insists that in English language is a challenge from one side or other. Here, he means that the language has been learnt by other countries because of colonialism. But the country people, they revolted against the rulers using their language, which is English. They feel that their own regional language is suppressing. But on the other hand, people love to learn English for business as well as for other purposes. They started writing in English and simultaneously their own tradition entered English. Thus, English language has becoming weak before them. According to their prospectus, English has become weak. But ultimately, the language can be treated for its position in this world.